How's it going, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Draft of the Future. And today I'm taking my crack at one of the college football all-star games. I am going to talk to you about some of the players for the American Bowl. And this is by no means a comprehensive list. And some of them were just guys who I like. They're not necessarily top tier guys. Obviously, the cream of the crop in the bowl games is the Senior Bowl. And we got a couple other games coming up. Ryan did his coverage on the Aloha Bowl, and you can check that out on the channel. And I'm gonna have a little bit more fun because the coverage on the Aloha Bowl was unfortunately not the greatest. At least with the American Bowl, there's going to be a little more action on that, a little more coverage. But I'm just going to kind of walk down this list of people who stood out when I saw the list and just give you a couple insights and why I'm excited to see what they can do. So, Jalen Daniels kind of came on strong this season. He's a little bit short, but he's very mobile. The problem with him is he's inconsistent. I think he's a solid late round project that has a lot of potential. He has a 5.1 big time throw rate against a 3.6 turnover worthy play rate. So that's a pretty good relationship between the two. So you need to draft him with a plan. And there's a world where you can kind of bring him along slowly. In a world where I have to admit that there aren't a lot of plans for quarterbacks, but hopefully that starts changing. The more we see, unfortunately, these quarterbacks go down with injuries, the more people have started thinking about the backup quarterback as more than an afterthought. So Peyton Zadrock, he is an Air Force defensive tackle who Ryan really loves. So I'm about to tell you what Ryan says about him. Incredibly undersized DT at 6 foot, 275 pounds. So on my end, I can note that's short. It's a little short, but it's not unheard of. It's the 275 that needs to shift. If you're going to be 6 foot, usually you're going to be a nose, and you got to get in the high 300s. But he uses leverage really well to get pressure, according to Ryan. He got 14 career sacks for the Air Force and a 30.5 win rate in true pass sets. So he's got some ability. I don't necessarily know about his frame, but a lot of nose tackles are kind of smaller, but they're heavier. And so if he's able to put on weight and keep up this kind of production, he can stand out. RJ Maryland, is he a wide receiver or is he a tight end? Either way, he's undersized, and that's kind of the problem. He's inconsistent, but he's pretty good after the catch. I got him at 6.1 yards after catch per reception, so there's a lot of upside to work with, but he's really more of a developmental prospect. Thomas Rymack from Virginia Tech. He's a little bit tall for a guard, but he's steady. He's definitely going to be a solid backup. I'm pretty sure he's going to end up as UDFA, and what he needs to do in this All-Star game is show he can really pass protect. In true pass sets, he's only got a 59.7 grade, and he's got to show a little bit more. In that same vein as Kobe Baines, he's an interior lineman for Kansas. Now, the difference is Baines has great size. He's above 70, both run blocking and pass blocking, but those true pass sets, he's actually got a lower grade than Rymack. So Baines has more upside in terms of a physical stature, but he could be a steal if you bring him in. He's got the right build, and then just kind of let him develop. Luke Petitbon had a lot of buzz, but a bad year didn't do him any favors. I'm looking at him as another UDFA. Again, he has great size, and production's not all that bad. What's weird is he's got a 79.9 in true pass set grades. He's got good height, good weight. So I'm on my nose, I have what gives, so I think he has a lot of value. I think he can climb up boards because if he balls out here in the American Bowl, he can really kind of earn respect and start to get the attention I think he deserves. Because I don't yet see anything that shows me why he's not graded higher. Now, most interior old linemen fall in round 4, 5, 6. That's kind of where they live. So I'm not saying he should be a round 1 guy. And I don't think he competes with we got Pregnon, we got Ione, and we got I Love Slaughter. So those guys are kind of the top guys in my opinion. Jennings Dunker is another guy that comes to mind. But like Pettibon is in my mind a worthy guy and kind of like from my point of view like the main guy to watch because I believe he's the highest talent guy in this particular game. That's just my opinion though. Aaron Graves, he's a defensive lineman from Iowa. He's well built. He's a pass rushing interior defender. So the problem with him is he doesn't hold up very well in the run. So he's going to want to show that he can do that. For the season, he only had 4.3 run stop rate. And when you're a defensive tackle, it's funny because everyone talks about the defensive linemen and the interior guys who have a lot of sacks, but when teams draft, they draft guys who can stop the run. You want pass rushing upside, but you got a minimum run stop requirement, and Graves needs to show he can do that. Ryan covered Isaiah Nokobia all season, so you can look at all his videos here on the channel to see kind of what he's done. He's got a lot of upside coming into the year. He just kind of didn't bring it all together. He's still elite against the run, 85.4 grade there, but he's average at best in coverage. I got him at a 66.8 in man. And so he wants to show he can hold up in coverage, both in zone and in man coverage, especially covering tight ends. That's kind of what he wants to show there. Great leadership traits. He got some upside, but the down year didn't do him any favors. My second favorite guy in this game is Jacob Clark. He's the quarterback in Missouri State. And if you are doing a movie and you're going to cast a quarterback, you're going to call Jacob Clark. His build is a dream. He might steal the show. I have been looking at him. I have him hand timed at a 1.33 10-yard split. That's insane. He has a 6.9 big time throw rate against a 3.7 turnover worthy play rate and 8.5 yards per attempt. I would, if he's there in round 6, I would take him as a lottery ticket. Now, the problem is he went to Missouri State, so he's a small school guy who doesn't have a lot of love around him. But hopefully this will be the game where he starts turning heads, he starts gaining attention. I don't know much about him. It's not like I got Missouri State on like my main television screen. But there is a lot to like in terms of an analytical standpoint, and this game is an opportunity for him to kind of turn that around. Joining him is a person who kind of really disappointed. I really thought Miller Moss was going to compete to be like one of those 5th round backup guys, and his season was just disappointing. I loved him in the, what do you want to call it, the 25-24 season. When he played for USC, I thought highly of him. And I'm not going to say like he was just like the worst quarterback ever, but I expected him to take a step forward, and he definitely regressed. So can he turn this around? Can he show signs, especially under pressure? So Eric McAllister, I'm surprised he didn't get a Senior Bowl invite. He should be one of the stars of the show. He's got a great build to play extra on the outside. So I'm looking forward to him. Ryan's guy, Mark Gronowski. The problem is his time to throw is insane. I didn't write it down here in my notes, but he holds onto the ball way too long, and he's got way too low a grade against pressure. So he needs to just start lighting up the process to kind of prove himself throughout the area. But it's going to be tough. So Brent Austin is a corner out of Cal, and I'm pretty sure I got him on my top 10 list for corners. He's got okay height and weight. He's better in zone than man. He's got a 48.9 completion percentage, so he's good coverage wise, but he's kind of below average from an overall perspective. So he can improve his stock if he can grow in man coverage. I currently have a low 3rd round grade on him, and I'd take a swing on him if he lands in round 4. But he's definitely a good depth piece and a solid backup with upside. Omega Blake has accepted a role in this game. He's a wide receiver out of Arkansas. He really kind of underperformed because if he steps off the bus, you're going to be thinking like, oh, wow, this guy should be a monster. But I wrote good build, no production. So he's fairly reliable, but he's only got a 4.4 yards after catch per reception, and really like 1.86 yards per route run is not going to cut it. So late round grade, developmental, you take a chance. Kind of a possession receiver. I just don't think he has a ton of upside. The testing data may do him favors in that. So Mac Harris. I loved his data. I'm a huge fan of Mac Harris. He is definitely on my top 10 list in linebackers. People are going to say he's undersized and he's smaller than a number of linebackers, but he's not like going to be the shortest linebacker in football. His run game coverage is 77.9 as a grade. His coverage grade, his pass rush is 77.9. His run game is 77.3. His coverage is 70.9. He's just so well-rounded. Now, he's a little high. He's got 13% missed tackle rate, and that's something you want to show. But I just think that if he proves himself at a higher level and he keeps growing, even in the Power 4 competition he's played, he's done well. So I have big hope for Mac Harris. I think highly of him. I think he deserves a shot. Rene Konga is one of the higher graded defensive tackles. My formula likes him. He's sort of a tweener build. He's short for a 4-3 interior defender, but he's way too light to be a nose tackle. And it's okay if he's undersized as a 4-3 DT, but he's another guy who is, if you draft him right away, then you're hoping he can be a pass rusher in a NASCAR package. But he's got a painfully low run stop production, 6% run stop rate. So he's got to get more stout against the run, or he's not going to be an every down lineman. So I hope he's putting on some muscle while maintaining some explosiveness. And then another guy I've been following all year is Junior Van Der Roos III. He's really small, 5'8", I think. But he's so productive. He got 82 receptions for 1,008 yards. He got 11 touchdowns. If he were 5'11", playing against bigger competition, he might be looked at as a top 5 guy. He's got 71% completion rate, 2.77 yards per route run. Those measurables are going to force him to be a priority UDFA, the height and the weight. Can he earn his role? Can he earn his role as a slot guy who can really, separate and do good things after the catch? So, the 17 guys based on my count that I thought I'd stand out. And again, my absolute favorites: Mac Harris, the Jacob Clark, and who was the other one? Luke Petitbon, I think. Yeah, those are my 3 favorite guys who I really think can stand out, and I really hope do stand out. If you got guys who I didn't talk about and you want to give them a shout out, go ahead and hit us in the comments below. Let us know who you're looking at and what you like about them. As far as a little search told me, practices should be something you can at least observe on NFL Network. So you're going to get a lot more opportunity to kind of look at them and listen to what other people say about them. And I'm going to be listening closely to see kind of how these guys stand out, especially the 3 that I mentioned. So those are my thoughts heading into it. Thank you for stopping by. Please remember to like and subscribe, and stay tuned as we're updating you on other bowl games. We kind of split that up, and we'll talk about that more. So see you around. God bless. Have a great night.